A lot of new things are always coming to my singing monsters, new mechanics, new islands, but there are some things long awaited by the community that I believe will never come to the game. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the things I think will never be added to my singing monsters, whether it's features people often create theories about, or even ideas I personally wish would be added. I know they'll probably never make it into the game. Well, the first thing I'm sure will never come to MSM, because to me it seems impossible, is rare Wordos. That's right, in my opinion, rare Wordos will never exist. Unless I'm really wrong, I believe these monsters will never have rare or epic versions. First of all, Wordos are extremely exclusive monsters. Seriously, when you first start playing MSM, one of the main things you want is to have Wordos on your islands, and that feeling of finally getting them is amazing. But I think rare and epic versions would ruin that. We all know that Werdos are obtained through relics, which are quite difficult to collect for beginners. Now imagine if those monsters, which can only be bought with relics, suddenly had rare or epic forms. How would you get them? It would probably work like the fire expansion monsters, rares in the star shop and epics through breeding. That might sound like a simple solution, but from another perspective it would destroy the exclusivity of these monsters. That monster you spent months saving up relics for could suddenly be obtained through a combination. Sure, you'd only get the epic, but you wouldn't have to go through the same effort to get the regular Wordos. That would definitely take away the satisfaction of finally having your Wordos. Plus, Wordos are great for progression. They only take up one bed and generate a lot of coins. Now imagine rare and epic versions, they'd be overpowered. So in my opinion, we'll never get rare or epic Werdos. Also, keep in mind that we've never had rare or epic versions of legendary class monsters either. Although I do think we'll eventually get rare and epic Sugar Bush, especially because the Sugar Farm monsters are obtained through breeding. So yes, Sugar Farm could potentially have rare versions someday, but Werdos not happening. The second thing that I think will never happen in the game, and this one's pretty obvious, is new Wublins. That's right, lots of people in the community create amazing fan-made Wublins, and if new Wublins were added to the game, it would be incredible. I absolutely love these fan creations, but unfortunately, I believe this will never happen in the official game because the Wublin Island is already complete. It would be impossible to add more monsters there. The only way we'd get more Wublins is with a brand new Wublin Island, which is also very unlikely since BBB would probably prefer to create an entirely new monster class rather than expand the Wublin family. So, as much as I'd love it, the chances are very slim. Another thing I believe we'll never see again in my singing monsters is a new seasonal monster. Yes, we already have many seasonal monsters in the game, each celebrating real-world holidays and events, and sure, there are plenty more celebrations worldwide that could be turned into seasonal monsters, but realistically, it's nearly impossible. The game already has tons of seasonal events throughout the year, and some months even have more than one event. Adding another one would be difficult to manage, and the other limiting factor is seasonal shanty, which is already complete. Sure, there's no woo box or anything else preventing new monsters from being added to that island. It's just home to the seasonals. So while a new seasonal could theoretically be added there, I still think it's unlikely. The only real possibility would be a future island where seasonals could combine their elements, like a 2-element seasonal, but even that seems far-fetched. So I think getting a new seasonal is practically impossible. Now, here's something I would absolutely love to see in the game one day, but sadly, I doubt it will ever happen. Islands with random monsters. That's right. Islands made up of completely different monsters from different classes. We see this a lot in fan-made content, where creators design islands using monsters they like, or ones that match a specific theme, or even in the Lost Landscapes, where we saw islands that featured natural, fire, magical, woodland, celestial, seasonal, and many other monster types all together, and to me, that's perfect. Those islands are always amazing thanks to the creative freedom the fan creators have to place any monsters they want and make unique, complete songs. I love watching those islands, listening to the music, and seeing all the diverse monsters together. But in MSM, I don't think we'll ever see an island like that officially because each island has its own lore and most are focused on a specific class or element. So seeing an island full of random monsters is basically impossible. Of course, in my opinion, if BBB wanted to do it, they could. All it would take is creating a super powerful creature in the monster universe, like a Colossal or even something like the Stair Shaper that could gather monsters from different islands and bring them all to one place. I'd love to see something like that in the game, but again, it seems very unlikely. And now for something even more unlikely than anything I've mentioned so far, something I believe will definitely never happen, and that's finished monster classes receiving new elements. Now, I'm not saying no class will ever get new elements. We still have the paranormals, which aren't complete yet, but I'm talking about classes that are already well established in the game, like the naturals, magicals, ethereals, and so on. These classes will almost certainly never get new elements. That's mainly because their islands are already complete, and also because these classes are so deeply integrated into other features of the game, like special islands, rare and epic forms, woboxes, and more. All of this makes me believe that we'll never see new elements added to these existing classes. So that's the video, everyone. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Do you think any of these things could ever be added to the game? Or are there other features you believe will never come to MSM? Either way, that's the video. See you next time.